Guys, we are very excited to host the CEO Better. We are back with a very exciting episode. And because he is here, I don't want to talk much on his behalf. And because he is here, one and only Mr. Collins OWAGA, straight from Dubai. Karibu.
Thank you.
Welcome on board.
Thank you so much.
Please, for someone who do not know you,
yes,
he is wondering, who is this Collins OWAGA? Please, this is your camera. Just take a minute, introduce yourself. Karibu sana.
Thank you so much, Mentor. So, my name is Collins OWAGA. Majorly, people call me CEO Better. That's exactly who I am. Now, I've been in the field of whatever I'm doing in the entrepreneurship industry for over 6 years now. And I'm so much super excited to be with you guys here today. Thank you so much for inviting me.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Bwana OWAGA.
Thank you.
I'm very happy to have you today because I've actually been receiving very good news about you. Unajua, inasemekana, every person who comes across your hands, you know, it's a big success, man. It's a big success. So we want to know exactly ni nini OWAGA. Now, let me first of all ask a question.
Okay.
Born and bred in Nairobi?
No.
Okay.
CEO Better is born in a very small village in Migori County.
Okay.
Way back.
Hizi ni Zandani hizi, yeah?
Zandani sasa. So my mom was typically a saleswoman, door-to-door saleswoman, and my dad at that time was a farmer. Mm-hmm. So in the year 2000, we moved to Kisumu.
2000.
So, that is the year 2000.
Okay.
So I'm born in Migori County.
Yes.
That is then moved to Kisumu in the year 2000, where actually I'm raised.
Yes.
And stepped in the streets of Nairobi in the year 2017 on 4th of September, 7 years ago.
Okay, let me ask a question.
Yes, sir.
That means your primary school is in Kisumu.
Yes.
In secondary school in Kisumu.
Yes. My secondary school was in Migori County.
In Migori County.
Yes.
What happens now? You went through school. What happens? Give me that story. Give me that story. Easy Zandani.
So I did my primary school in Kisumu Elite Academy.
Okay.
I was quite a brilliant guy.
Yes.
I was the index one of the school.
That's good.
So after doing my KCPE, I wanted to go to Kanga Boys. That is exactly what I wanted in Migori County.
A very famous school.
So I applied for the school, and I was so much lucky that I was called to pursue or to undergo my high school in Kanga Boys.
Yes.
In Kanga Boys, I also did so well.
Okay.
And from Kanga Boys, I got an A-.
Yes.
So I'm called to pursue
an A student.
I'm called to pursue Bachelor of Real Estate in the University of Nairobi. So what got me in the city, Neto Shambalamari,
let me ask. I'm curious. So literally, you came back to the city.
Yes.
To school.
Yes, I came.
That was your first time now in the city.
I remember on 3rd of September.
Yes.
I never slept when I heard I was coming to Nairobi. Sikulala kabisa. Because hiyo time we've had a lot of things. Kumbuka mimi sikuwa ingia Nairobi.
Haujaingia hiyo miaka yote.
So naambiwa nafaa kukuja Nairobi, nafaa kuenda shule. And then the university says that, you know, for those who maybe the University of Nairobi, hauendangi na guardian most of the time.
Yes.
But my uncle is the one actually who brought me to Nairobi. The moment he landed, we landed in Nairobi on 4th of September at 3 a.m. Sasa kitu fani, sikuwa najua, unafaa ureport shule 8. Sasa sisi tulitravel usiku, tukafika 3 a.m.
Yes.
Kumbuka, sijui mtu yote. I don't know anyone. I don't have any relative in Nairobi. Sasa nimeingia 3 a.m. You're supposed to move one at a time until the University of Nairobi. Baridi. At the 8 a.m. Nilikuwa nasikia kuna admission and all that. So I typically came to Nairobi to study. That is it.
Wow, that's very exciting. Now, let me ask a question, Collins.
Yeah.
So you are from upcountry, you have landed in the city, you are here in the University of Nairobi. Sindio kweli?
Kweli.
Then what happens? Because from the much I know, you are an entrepreneur, or what you are doing currently. So was this inside you? Ama wakati ulifika UON ndio ukaamua, hey, I have to get something else. Tell me.
Okay, let me just be honest.
Yes.
Mom was struggling. My mom, when we moved to Kisumu, she started selling cereals.
Okay.
My mom sells cereals in a street in Kisumu called Kibuye. That's where she. So even my high school life was a bit tough. I'm one of these guys when mom used to come and visit me. You know, at this time when you have visiting, my parents, you know, when dad comes anakuja na gazeti anakuambia hata maembe imeiva nyumbani, mama atakuletea, you know. The next week my mom would come. So nikiona kuni ama maize imeingia shule, najua school fees yangu imelipa. So the hurdle shida ilitokea hapa. I'm so much excited. I wanted to pursue my dream of becoming one of the best real estates in this country. So I really want to pursue this dream, so I get in the university. Now, mom is selling cereals. Dad had just been fired from his mechanic job. So life is very tough. In fact, my dad got fired, or my dad lost his job at the time I'm just transiting from high school to university. Okay. So hapa mimi nimeingia shule. The school needs, number one, sijamaliza the accommodation fee. Number two, I don't even have any upkeep money. The only person I can depend on, you know, I'm been born and raised in a very humble background. You know, nothing. We never had any tall relative. So I'm calling mom and I'm telling her, mom, they need accommodation fee, 5,700. Remember at that time, she will be paid at Stanbic Bank. That lady, the moment she had 5,700, the son is in the university, hana place pakulala. I just heard that the lady collapsed. So I'm here in the university and I'm wondering, how am I going to survive? And so colleagues started to search for things to do while in the university. So I got online, just like any typical person. Like I want to look for something to do. You know,
you just want to keep yourself busy.
Ndio naanza first year sasa.
Yes.
But sasa najiuliza, should I now start depending on this lady? Yenye hata yeye mwenyewe hata ya kujilisha afanye nini? Ana. So nikaanza kutafuta what to do. So I had my friend called Brian. So we went with Brian.
So he's a new colleague.
Yes. No. From home. From high school. Okay. We were in the same now university. Was doing biochemistry. Okay. So I tell Brian, you are roommates. I tell Brian, do this. Can we get to this Facebook and find something we can do? So we start. Brian is there. I'm there. So I'm the one who found two great opportunities. Now I'm being called by a gentleman to attend a certain entrepreneurship session. And a lady also calls me to attend other entrepreneurship sessions the same day. Okay. So this is me. And I tell Brian, we are going to hit the two birds with one.
You'll go one, I go the other.
Utaenda hiyo.
Na mimi ingine.
So mimi nilichagua ile yenye nimeitwa Kilimani. Ndio nilisikia Kilimani is a very posh area. So mimi nikasema, wacha mimi niende ya Kilimani, wewe enda hii ya town. Juu town sasa unajua of course. Angeweza kutembea, angeweza kulipa fare, na mimi ndio nimepata opportunity. Yes. So I went to the one in Kilimani. So as this guy was teaching me, he was the CEO of the company, of course. So he was teaching me, but he kept on mentioning a certain company, that this is not like this other one. This is not like this other one. Sasa hiyo time, mimi ni mtu nilianza kuhustle kitambo. I think by the age of 17, I'd done like 4 jobs. You know, mimi I'm a Zumba instructor. I was employed.
Your story starts from...
Yes, my story starts from
there.
From
music.
There. Music. I was a Zumba instructor. I was
where?
in MDA, Moses Dance Agency.
Okay, where is that place now?
MDA is in Zimmerman. That's where we used to be. So I used to, at that time, when you mtandafuta kitu ya kufanya, kumbuka ndio naingia first year.
So ini before uende Kilimani ama ni after?
Yes, before niende Kilimani. Sasa nikianza kutafuta hustle. So naenda MDA, a Zumba instructor. I used to coach Zumba here at Hilton. 3 a.m. I would be at Hilton. You know, I leave Hilton by 3 a.m. By 6 a.m. I'm at the Safaricom, the one at Westlands. Natoka
the headquarters.
Yes, natoka naenda Coke Studio, natoka. So it was a lot of, kumbuka I'm just in the first year. Okay. So I don't have time to attend my classes. And then this becomes tough. How is Collins now transiting from now Zumba instruction ama dance to start now looking for an opportunity online?
Yes, now that's where we are.
That sasa navunjika.
Umevunjika.
I had a show. It was called LIPFF Festival. The Lake International Pan-African Festival. That was being led by Madam President Kenya. That is Zipia, one of the ladies I respect a lot in this industry.
How long, just to cut you short, how long did you train the Zumba classes?
Let me say for about 1 month.
Around a month.
Around a month.
So this is something you had started back in...
Yes, I've almost, before even I came to the university, 6 years in the dancing field. Tulikuwa Sakata, tulikuwa East African Got Talent.
Sakata ile ya kitambo ile?
Yes, we used to entertain people.
Okay, so this is something you had been doing.
It was in me, you know. So, because I knew sasa mom cannot afford my school fee, I can use my talent, you know.
Yes.
But then the show is being done by then I'm in called to pursue LIPFF festival. Alafu the same day navunjika. So nimevunjika.
What happened? You
I did a
missed
flip.
move?
I did a flip. You know, easily
Yes,
moves.
I
You know,
see the
sometimes we
flips.
do it. So nikafanya flip. Then kurudi nikaland vibaya. You know? Nikavunjika, you know, so my shoulder nini, so nikakimbizwa hospitali. The doctor came and gave me a sad news. Akaniambia, son, so you cannot dance anymore. You know? So I told myself, this is not the end of the road. When God closes another door, what happens? Another opens. So I started looking for something with my friend, and now this is now where I meet entrepreneurship now.
This is now where you're going to
this is now
Kilimani
where
now.
my journey now starts.
And he's
in
going
entrepreneurship.
to town.
Yes.
Okay.
So I head to Kilimani. The guy is training me. I look at the coach, but the guy, I'm not understanding what the guy is telling, but he keeps on telling me, si kama ile. I was curious. I'm a curious guy. So I said, ile ingine ni gani? Ile ingine ni keep on mentioning ni gani? And one thing I'll say, if someone keeps on mentioning something, maybe let's say bad about someone or something, you become curious,
of
you know?
Course. You want to know.
So I said, I want to know this one.
Yes, you want to.
Fortunately,
yes,
the one that my friend went to check in town was the same one
that you.
Yes. The guy was telling me, si kama ile.
Okay.
You know? So my friend comes and tells me he has met.
So you now from there you meet in the evening.
Yes, we meet in the evening.
To
we
compare notes.
Yeah, which one. So my friend tells me, mimi nimetoka hii, nilikuwa nataka nimsikie kwanza. You know, nikamwambia tell me. Akaniambia mimi nimesikia hii, lakini hakuniambia ni nini. He mentioned the name of the company.
Yes.
And it came to my mind. It was the same thing the guy was telling me.
Okay.
Before even he continued, he told me he has met some of our former schoolmates in the same project.
Oh my God.
Doing so well. And that's another ambassador.
Yes.
Ambassador Moses.
Adika Moses. Yes.
So he said, I've met Moses there, and I knew Moses from way back in high school.
Yes.
You know, that was my captain. One of the most brilliant guys I've ever met. In fact, if I'm not sure, Moses was top 33 in the entire country. He got, this guy was genius and all that.
I think he was also top 1 in the whole county.
In the entire Migori County. He got an A-plane of 84.
Yes.
So I know this guy as my father, you know, as my mentor, you know, from high school. And I tell him, you meet Moses there? And I told myself, if Moses is there, I don't need to know what it is.
Automatically.
Yes. I'll do it.
Yes.
And so, you know, starting the entrepreneurship journey was a little bit difficult, I'll be honest. Because most people, you know, when you want to start something and you go and tell someone, this is what I want to start, they'll be like,
very skeptical.
Very skeptical, don't do it. Everyone has an opinion over everything. But one thing I read a quote by Les Brown, one of my greatest mentors, and he says, opinions are the cheapest form of command. So if you listen to other people's opinion, then you'll end up. And I told Brian, we will not listen to the student's opinion. We will take risk. We will do it, because at that time when I was in the university, we were doing entrepreneurship as a unit. And one thing, I remember one of my teachers, Dr. Sule, used to tell me that entrepreneurs are crazy people, and that these guys who go all the way to risk. So I tell Brian, let's risk. If you're going to lose, we will learn. If we will not lose, we will win, and we will win big.
Of course.
So there is this thing, you know, when you want to start something, there's something called the starting capital.
Just pause a minute.
Yes.
So you're with your friend Brian.
Yes.
And he's telling you these good things. I met this great man, this and this and this. And then he mentioned some capital. Am I right?
True.
And I also want to believe in Kilimani there was some capital. There was some money there.
Yes. But lesser amount.
Yes. When it was mentioned in Kilimani, what came through your mind?
Okay, of course, me, I just switched off completely.
Okay.
The moment I just had the starting capital, I told myself, this is not my thing. This is for the rich now. You know, and I'm in Kilimani anyway. And me, I'm from ghetto, born and bred. You know, when I came to Nairobi, nimetoka university, mimi naishi hostels, na natokanga ninakutembelea marafiki wangu pipeline. You know, mimi, and I'm seeing good things, and I'm like, no, this is not for me. We reached a point in our lives, mentor, whereby we just knew that there were people in this country who were supposed to become successful or rich.
It was meant for some guys.
Other people. And you have people like us who don't have tall relatives or big people, you know. So we just had to live a low life. But the moment when Brian mentioned for me Ambassador Moses, I said, I knew Moses, and I know he's also someone who comes from the same similar background as I do. But if Moses can do it, I can also do it. But then the hurdle is now the starting capital now.
Okay.
I tell Brian,
now this is more than what you
bigger,
met in
fact
twice than what you saw in Kilimani.
Yes.
Then now what give me the switch on I'm now going to look for this money. You see, like on the other side, you switched off.
Yes.
But this one, you're open to it.
True.
I'm going to look for it. So what do you do, and how do you get this money that is double the,
Now, I never had the starting capital.
Yes.
But my friend had. Brian had. Because Brian had just received his help. My help loan delayed.
Okay.
So Brian had just received his help. Secondly, I knew Brian as someone who could get money. He's coming from a better off background than me. I love. He was also someone who was also quite smart, and he's a firstborn. So I knew he would just ask for the mom and it will be dashed him. So I told Brian. So ni kama nilimsukuma kwa lab, unaona?
Nilimsukuma kabisa kwanza umuone.
Brian.
Yes.
Because you have the starting capital, start.
Why don't you pay first?
Start.
Then I'll join.
Then,
yes.
As I search the starting capital, no, not I'll join.
Yes.
I told him,
yes,
we will start building you.
Oh, okay.
Yes. We will start with you.
Yes.
And then when you get money,
yes,
you can now do what?
Get me
in.
Yes.
So Brian started, and within a week, my help loan landed. 14,000 Kenyan shillings. Wait. As
now
a student,
now. The
as a
pocket
student,
is heavy.
Yes, as a student, when help loan lands, you have two things. The first thing, you can either go and squander this money, or squander it. Two things. Squander it or squander it. Na sasa nilikuwa nimeona venye ile help loan ya kwanza. The first time I'm receiving, I'm a first year 1.1. I'm receiving my help, niliona wale wengine wametumia zao in 1 week it was done. So nikajiambia, I think this is the point that it is 1 week after Brian started this entrepreneurship journey. So I told Brian, my help loan has landed. Of course, the starting point of entrepreneurship is not journey is not easy.
It's not easy.
So I looked at the challenges he was actually going through. But I don't know what happens, leader, because at that time we never felt the pain. We wanted to become successful. We were crazily, I would say, in love with success, and we told ourselves we will do whatever it takes.
By fire, by force.
So Brian was telling me this thing is hard now, and I'm telling him, Brian, if it is hard, do it. If it is easy, let it go. Let's do it. So I used to encourage him, So I used to encourage him. So when my elbow landed, and I'm like, good. Now I have 14,000.
Yes.
Remember, the starting capital for my entrepreneurship journey required approximately 23,000.
Okay. More than 20,000.
More than 20,000. So I have 14,000. And I told myself, what am I going to do?
You're halfway now.
Halfway. I called mom. I respect that lady. When I called that lady,
yes,
I told her, I have an opportunity. I was honest with her. And mom, I'm tired of calling you at home every now and then to send me pocket money or to do this and for me. I promise you, the only money I need from you till forever, it's 9,000 Kenyan shillings. I have 14,000 I've received from the government, the help loan, and there's a project I want to start. It requires how much?
Another 9,000.
9,000 to knock 23.
Yes.
If you trust in your son, do this. Send me 9,000 Kenyan shillings. Na hakuna siku utawai isikia ama there is no day you'll hear me calling you to send me any money. That lady said, okay, so hautawai nipigia tena? Nikamwambia yes. She went, borrowed money, 9,000 is in my phone.
Oh, okay.
So I have 23,000.
Interesting.
Remember, at the time I was helping Brian to do his entrepreneurship business, I'd never attended the session. I even never understood exactly what the project is all about.
Yes, Brian just briefed you and told you Moses is there.
And Moses is there. And I'm like, okay. So he used to come to the office. Me, I cannot come because, of course, I'm not part of the business. Of course. So I remain in the university. So I told him, Brian, now let's go and start. So I have my 23,000. When we arrived at the office of the company, I told Brian, I'm not going to pay to the company. I'll give you the money. So you pay it. That's hapo nikaanza kuwa skeptical because
kuna wasiwasi kidogo.
Nikamwambia you pay it when something happens.
Ni wewe ndio nilipa pesa.
Because dealing with the company, me I don't have the balls,
Yes, I understand.
So I'll come for you. Yes. And Brian, took the money, and that's how I started my journey. Okay. And that was the day. So the next day, I was coming for the training. So as I know exactly.
So you paid first. Hey Collins, bwana. Hey, yours is interesting. You paid first?
I paid first.
Then you came for the training?
Next day.
Following day, after
never
you're already a member?
I was never trained.
Now, take me through that day. You have come, you have already paid yesterday.
Now,
you have attended now the session today.
That day when I paid,
yes,
you know, I have my entrepreneurship package.
Yes.
We used to call it global package,
Yes,
you know.
yes.
It guides you about on the business and everything, how you can run your business, how you can build your project and everything. So as I carried this package along the university, students were so skeptical. Because everyone looked at me carrying the package and they were like, man, you've also been duped, man. Hata wewe.
Are you serious?
Day one, I have my package. Leave alone that. The same time I'm joining the company, there was a gazette, the magazine, the Standard magazine. The same time, remember, it has printed out. Oh no, there are a lot of scams in the country, how people are being conned, and all that.
And you have already paid.
And now, that time I'm reading the magazine, I have the money I'm paying.
Oh my God.
And I'm reading the magazine.
Yes.
The one in the university I'm getting after paying. The one in the magazine I'm getting before. But I tell my friend, me, I trust in you.
You are a serious risk taker.
I'm going to do it. Let me be in. If it is going to corners, because you know what was exciting me was, I don't know if you've ever been in high school or primary school and then you've not done assignment with so many people around you.
Yes.
So you ask this person, have you not done an assignment? They say you have not done. Sijafanya. You be courageous.
Of course.
Nasema mwalimu tuko wengi, you know. We are many. So, but I want to imagine if you're the only person who has done an assignment, not done an assignment, it's a problem. So at this time I knew, if I'm losing, I'm not losing alone. We are losing with Brian, you know. And there's nothing so good like tutakaa chini to check it when you've lost, you know. And I have the money here. Mom had sent me the money. Mama said, sir, there's nothing, or maybe let's say require from her. I'm reading the magazine. I told Brian she can pay. And now I have the package and people are so negative. But I told Brian, that is the night I called Brian. I can be a Brian. Wewe hii kitu. Umeelewa exactly how you build your network marketing.
So Brian automatically becomes your sponsor.
Yes, okay. That is my sponsor. And I asked him that we now starting the network marketing. That is now when I realized it's network marketing.
Okay.
Now, as I asked Brian, wewe hii network marketing unaielewa kweli? Because so many guys are negative about it. Look at even it's been printed in the gazette and everything.
The school.
And Brian was that was a very great friend of mine. He told me, hata mimi mwenyewe sielewi. Fanya aje? Tuende kesho tuelewe hii kitu. And that was the time I stepped into the training. And luckily it was you doing the training.
Now this is becoming very interesting.
It was you.
It is me
on the stage. You know, and there's something that really caught my eye, because the moment you taught me the cash flow quadrant,
yes,
you know, you touched on
the way I do it.
Yes, the way you touched
I move with you guys, you know, left, right. I ensure you're with me.
But then I understood, and you gave me the vision of a good life. You shared with me your story from where you came from, Shauri Moyo and everything.
Yes.
And I told myself, I resonate with this story. If Kisa did it, I can also do it. And that is the day I sat with Brian as my sponsor now. And I told him, we'll do and build this business.
Wow.
So that is the day I decided to do network marketing on the day one. And since then,
you have never looked back.
I've never looked back.
Okay.
I've never looked back. And it's the same thing I've built until today.
Wow. Now that's very interesting. I'm curious to ask.
Yes, sir.
So can you take me through your first month in the business? You have just, you have met me, of course,
yes.
and everything is now open, right? So how do you move in your first month, the second month in the business? How are they for you?
You know, I'll be honest.
Yes.
It was never tough for me.
Okay.
Remember, at the time, I used to read books.
Okay.
I'll be honest with you. You know,
when Brian, you invested in reading about
when
this.
Brian joined the business, there's no information he was giving me rather than books. He used to come and tell me, we've been told to read this book. And me, I get on reading. I remember the first time I read the cash flow quadrant. I came across Rich Dad, Poor Dad. I came across Think and Grow Rich. I came across
some of. But for our audience,
yes,
please, these books are going to change your life.
True.
And it has been said that after school, you will need to read more. True. You see the years you read in school.
Yes, sir.
In life, you will have to read more.
It's a never-ending
than what you read in school.
True.
So some books changed your life.
Changed. So it gave me.
You talked of Think and Grow
Think
Rich.
and Grow Rich.
You talked of the
Rich
cash
Dad,
flow
Rich Dad,
quadrant.
Poor Dad, the
Yes.
cash flow quadrant.
Yes.
You know, I read The Millionaire Next Door. You know, I read these
Very
books,
powerful books.
and so I had the entrepreneurship mindset.
Your mind changed, definitely.
One thing I knew,
Yes.
that it is never easy, particularly the American dream. You know, starting something from scratch.
Yes.
And building it all the way.
Yes.
All the way. When I read, there's a book. My friend's dad gave me after high school. It was a funny book.
Yes.
It was a very ironical book, contrary to what I thought. It was why A students work for C students and B students work for the government. And you know, I have an A.
Yes.
So this guy gives me.
And you're wondering, how comes I'm going to work for C students?
How come I'm going to work for C students? And so I started reading the book. But the book Robert stated in that book on the first page, the thing is, if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, then the fish is going to live the rest of his life believe that is what? Stupid.
100%.
And then the next page was, why go to school? So kidogo, mbona saizi niliingia university na saizi you know. Kidogo nikaanza kufikiria, nilisoma hiyo kitabu after form 4.
Yes.
Why go to school? And then the question is it to look for a job or is it to do, and I started having second thoughts. I sat down and asked myself,
questioning yourself.
Why am I going to school? You know, there are people out there, mental, let me just get out of the topic a little bit.
No problem.
They do things that they have not yet particularly decided for themselves. Unapata mtu amechaguliwa course, amechagulia what to do, and the person has not sat down to make his decision on what he or she wants to be in the future. For me, from the word go, mama hajaenda shule, dada hajaenda shule, I always decided my own things my own way because I knew this is exactly what I wanted. So I decided that the moment in Linga University, what brought me to Nairobi, for people always say nimekwambia I came to study, me I never came to study. In the Nairobi, I told myself I'm coming to make it. And the moment actually when I left home, the first day nilikuwa napanda basi na yangu nikikuja, nilijiambia I know the river is far, but I'm going to return home with what? With
That's
water.
very powerful.
And so I knew school, I'ma get to the university was just going to give me a way on I can.
You are getting into this city.
Yes.
And this city must produce.
Must.
It is a must.
I'll milk it dry.
You will milk it dry.
That's what I told myself.
This city must.
Must.
It is a must.
It is a must.
And you know when you have such type of resolve.
True.
Let me tell you, it is very hard for you to lack.
Very.
Let me tell you. You see, the problem is people are 50-50.
True.
You are not sure. But if you get in, you see, they usually say you don't test the river with both. You better jump on board with both of them.
Jump.
You will learn how to swim. Two options. It's either you're going to drown or you will swim. And you know you will not allow yourself to drown. So I love that attitude, that you came to this city. Na ndio maana unasikia wanasema watu ambao wanakuja hii town kutoka up country, they tend to make it more
than those who are born
in this city.
Because those who are born in the city, they have gotten used to the opportunities around. They don't know that they are sitting in the heart of
They
God.
don't know.
They don't, and there is nothing worse than ignorance.
They don't know.
In fact, the Bible tells us in the book of Hosea 4:6, my people perish because lack of what? Knowledge. And the same book tells us, what use is money in the hands of a fool, since this person has no desire to get wisdom? So what changes my mentality is the kind of books I was reading. So my first month, let me get you back to your question, was not much difficult for me because I already had the mentality of delayed gratification.
Oh,
you understand?
Okay.
I never knew, or I never had the mentality of nitaingia in the city, nitaingia in the project, and then tomorrow I'll wake up famous or rich.
Okay.
I knew in success there was no shortcut.
You had to pay the price.
Yes, I knew there was no lift.
Yes.
Lazima ningechukua
staircase. Lazima upande stairs, baba.
Just building my network, sharing my friends the opportunity.
And I think there's something very different from you.
Yes.
Because you meet a number of guys who join this industry with a microwave mentality.
True.
Ya kuwa hii ni pesa anaingiza pale ndani, afinye kidogo namna hii titi dakika achomoe. What can you tell that type of a person?
What I'll say
from your experience,
because I've grown I love my country people. You know, I love my country people so much. But what I'll say is that young people, particularly address the young people, they don't know that something good, you must work for it. And so do you know why people get conned? or people get scammed, or people lose a lot, is because of the microwave mentality that you've just stated. I'll say I've been building my network marketing business for the last 6 years.
6 good years.
6 good years.
6 good years.
The first 3 years was a hurdle. It was not easy on me. The first 3 years I spent in investing in myself, watering this brain. Most young people, they are lazy. They are physically strong, but lazy mentally. So someone does not have the mental muscle to build his life. And wanataka vialea. Wanataka they already made. And that's why most young people, they run to, hey, who is going to give me something easy or a job to do or something? But if you want to become a great entrepreneur, particularly if you want to build your business, I'm not saying nimefika or something, but whatever.
If you want to do something substantial,
you must take the long cut. Because sometimes, and the painful truth is, the long cut is the shortcut. You must take the long cut. And in my first month in my business, the only thing I used to do is to ask myself every single day, how many guys have seen what is it I have and I'm offering as a leader in the entrepreneurship industry? What product? How many guys have seen my service today? How many guys have seen my products today? How many guys have seen my compensation plan or the business I'm doing today? And the only thing I used to focus on was to share the plan.
There's something you're bringing out here, and I want everyone to be very attentive to this.
Yes.
From what I'm getting from you is that if every person would decide to work on their mentality or their mindset, chances are we are going to solve more problems. The rate of unemployment we are having right now is going to reduce.
And let me add something there and maybe talk about it maybe shortly.
Yes.
We are having not a problem of educated young fellas or people, they are there. But we are having people with the wrong mentality. The school system really is not a scam. Like maybe let's say the school system is not bad. What is bad is the mentality that you go with in the school. You know, if it were not for school, I would not be speaking this kind of English, or I would not be having this kind of reasoning, or I could not even read.
You could probably not even
be here right now. But the problem is we have young people who have been trained that the only sure way that they can become successful is to go to school, work very hard, and get a very good job. Today we have every single university pouring out graduates every single year. All of them are on the streets looking for a job. The job market might only absorb maybe 10 or 20%. Where are the other 80%? And that's why the result thing is frustration from the young people. And you realize now our streets are no longer safe. Because the thing is, they were promised that if you go to school, you work very hard, you get a very good job, automatically. You go to school, you get a very good job. So they graduate. And then the thing is, where is the job? So they now start blaming the government.
I see.
They blame the school system, you know. But the thing is, while you are in that school, or you in the university, what were you doing? In the course you're doing, assuming you're pursuing, for example, electrical engineering, can you be innovative in the field? Can you be innovative such that by the time you're leaving that field, you're already becoming a job creator? Because our country right now is looking for job creators, not job seekers. And you see, the last thing I'll also see is that the country, majorly people who are ignorant, they kill entrepreneurs every single day. They kill entrepreneurs every single day. You say to them that I have an idea or I have something I want to pursue. The thing that you'll be told by even some of our ignorant parents would be, hey, I told you the only thing you need to do is to you go to school, get a job, because if you go to school, the job is meant to. But we're not having people who are bringing up people who are innovative. And I like what the government right now is doing for introducing such school system whereby we have creativity being involved. If you can cook, go to a cooking school. If you can sing, go to a, and all that. So we are lacking creativity. We are lacking innovation. And that's why the country is getting hurt. And if we don't take care of the minds and start building
what I've actually come to realize, because you and me are people who have traveled out and around.
Very true.
If you check on some of these other economies, the way people think or the way people perceive things is very different from the way Kenyan, or our generation is looking at things.
True.
So I tend to agree with you that ile kazi mingi sana yenye inafaa kufanyika sasa ni watu wabadilishe.
Because Sir, I've shared the opportunity and my entrepreneurship business with other people in other countries. I go to somewhere in the U. I move, Dubai, Wapi, and I move. And as I share my business, someone is like, "Hey, sir, how are you? What do you have to offer?" And I share that the starter question is, how reliable is this? But then, when I come back to my country, I found it very much difficult to build my network marketing business in my country than outside. And that's why you realize that we have a very big team outside. Yes. But why would I go and sweep another country? Why?
Why is it hard here in Kenya?
Mentality.
The people
thinking,
here. There's a big problem.
There's a big problem. But of course, we say that the people who are only going to change that mentality is me, it's you. And it's almost all these guys. But I've loved the way today young people are coming up. You see what is happening in social media. We have people earning in the online platforms, TikTok, Facebook. You see what is happening in the cryptocurrency field, in the Bitcoin industry, in the network marketing field. Things are changing. And people, before they know it, in fact, the economy has changed. So it's for only that person who is an adamant person who will not know. It's time to shift the gear. It has changed. Money is not in the offices.
You no longer have to sweat.
Money now is in the streets now.
We come back to your journey in network marketing. And you have said in the first 3 years, it wasn't easy because you are building yourself, building your organization. As we speak right now, Mr. Collins OWAGA, I have done some small research and I already know that you are now amongst the highest paid in your company. Am I right?
Very true.
Amongst the highest paid distributors.
Very true.
And as we speak right now, you have also been, you are also a member of the Millionaire Circle members. Am I right? The International Millionaire Circle members. And you have been able to achieve so much. Can you tell us, what is this that, after the third year, what is this gear that you engaged and, you are running a very wonderful team. Truth be told, man, one of the biggest, actually one of the fastest growing in the country.
Thank you.
Your team is fire.
Thank you.
So can you tell us, give us some ideas? Or give someone, you are addressing everyone. Can you share with us some ideas?
So me, what I'll say is that everything starts with the why. I would say 3 years of mine has been tough, but sir, I never felt the pain. I never felt the pain. I don't know the time of I was sleeping hungry in pipeline in a small single room. There's a time nafagia nyumba natafuta 5 bob one. Mama mboga ambaye alikuwa ananiuzia naenda na 10 naambia mama nikatie. But I enjoyed every bit of the process. I don't know how I was. I enjoyed every bit. In fact, I was staying with one of my leaders today. He's one of the greatest leaders we have, Sir Calvin's Arguings. Calvin's Arguings. We were staying with Calvin's. And the first question Calvin's used to ask me now and then when you're together was, man, we are going hungry. We are sleeping hungry. Things are tough. Why is it that hakuna sikutalia hamu useme vitu ni ngumu? Maybe anytime when I was going through that hardship, I was to kneel down, smile, look up and tell God, thank you, bring the hardship. Now, after 3 years, I think I came into contact with some great minds. I think that is the time I also encountered you again, because I think within the 3 years time, you are traveling, you are away, I'm listening you in Philippines, but after 3 years, I think we also met. That is the time you taught me back to basics.
I remember that training.
That's the time you taught me back to basics. You wore a white hoodie, written Ferrari, Nini. I had a coffee, Java coffee. I remember I invited you and I told you, sir, I have so many people coming. I want you to come and change our minds, and everything. You've played a great role in my business. I really want to thank you for that, because when you got in, the first question you asked me is, you told me you have so many people. Now you are 4.
Only to me to 4.
You're 4. Why is it? What do you want to wako happy? Nikamwambia ni sisi. And then you taught me back to basics. You also gave me some insights. And that is the time you stated something, and I went to read Building an Empire by Brian Carruthers. Because it gave me some insights on how to build my business. And I actually told myself.
I think that book is actually here also.
Building an Empire. Now, that is the time I shifted a gear. I told myself, I've been doing this business the wrong reason. Number one, I just wanted an upkeep. Because I told my mom, how to me upkeep tena. So mimi natafuta upkeep.
Unapatikana, so you need
so long as nipate 50 bob,
uko tu
100 ama
sawa.
extra niko sawa. But when you talk to us and I listen to the leaders also talking, reading that book, and I realized that I'm in a powerful industry.
You're in a serious business.
I'm in a serious business, and it's not only about pocket change or upkeep. It's about big things, you know. It's about traveling. It's about having your own car. It's about building mini. So that is the time I decided I will actually want to work so hard to get a bigger life. And we actually joined forces with the 4 of them that we found us. We sat together and we told ourselves we are going to do it. We've had 3 years of experience. You know, the 3 years were giving me experience. Now the 3 years of experience is enough.
Yes.
Now we want to take the shortest time possible
to
now
actualize
bring to actualize exactly what these people or everything is happening. And so I think the 3 years was working on my mindset as well. You know, I had that kind of mindset ndogo sana, you know. But do you know that in the year 2022 January, when we met
we met in 2022 January.
Yes, January, date 7.
Yes. You even have the date.
Yes. It was 4 p.m.
Yes.
In a small cubicle in Biashara Plaza.
I remember.
You know? So 2022 January to March, I was able to gather approximately over 2 million.
Are you saying in 3 months?
Yes. We sat down with the 4 of them, and I told them, I'm buying my car in the next 3 months. And I'm actually becoming a millionaire. When you actually
this is the same Collins OWAGA who was sleeping hungry in pipeline.
For almost 3 years plus when we met, my current total earnings, the money that I've been made in my network marketing business, was not even more than 600,000 Kenyan shillings.
For 3 years?
Yes, plus. You can even do the math.
By that time.
I was hardly now nachezia 700. You know, when we met, at the time when I sat with them, I told them, I think, you know, I'll say this. There is just one point in life that someone will just say something that will change the entire life ahead of you. So, me, I liked going to events and everything, but I used to see guys walking on stage, Nini, and everything. But the time I called you in that and you talked to us and I told myself, this is exactly what I want, I made a plan with them. And a lot of them looked at me and told me, Collins, we know you're a crazy guy. But things don't work out this way, man. 3 months, you want to get to 2 million Kenyan shillings while you've been working here over 3 years, we've made 600,000. And I told them the 3 years has given me experience. It's enough. In the entrepreneurship journey, there are 2 days. The day you will start your entrepreneurship journey and the day you decide that now I want to build it.
The day you realize why
you're doing it, the why. You know, I told myself, nimetembea kama mifugo in Nairobi for long. I'm tired. I got tired. You know, there is nothing so much great like getting tired.
This was now bringing a different Collins OWAGA.
Different face.
This is a different Collins OWAGA.
Now I launched the CEO Beta.
Yes.
I told myself I'm a CEO with no title. CEO with no... I'm not an engineer. I'm not a doctor. But I'm a CEO with no title. You know? And I started building my business again. I told myself I will start again. But this time, I'm not starting as new. Naanza kama niko na experience. So I started.
Yes.
In the month of March, I was in
you
cost.
Launched your machine.
I was in cost.
So in only, look at this. You decided to do things differently. And in 3 months.
3 months.
You are driving.
I was driving.
This is the story we are talking about, guys.
And
pure inspiration.
And I always tell myself I never drove in 3 months.
Yes.
I drove in 3 years, 3 months.
Yes.
Because the 3 years,
of course, it counted so much.
Yes.
And from what I'm seeing, Mr. Collins,
yes,
you've been able to inspire very many people.
Thank you.
And very many people look up to you as we speak right now.
Thank you.
Because they listen to that story and they are very, very motivated. Let's talk about the achievements you have had.
Yes.
One of them being your driving. Kila mahali ukiona bima ya gold. Which is this color? Tell us.
It's matte yellow.
Matte yellow. Ukiona BMW matte yellow.
Yes.
In this town.
Yes, with the sporty alloy rims.
We are sorry. Check it.
Grand flat tires.
We are sorry. Yeah. All of us, we apologize.
Yes.
So, ukishaona machine namna hiyo. Hata usijisumbue. Mtu ndio huyo hapa, CEO Beta. Now, your team is comprised of very powerful and great leaders.
Yes.
and I've also seen you guys have traveled.
Yes.
Man, recently, it should have been last week.
Yeah.
Tell us, man.
Now,
is this something you put for your team that you always have to keep on traveling, or tell us?
Okay. What? Okay.
And where have you been so far? You know,
for me, leader.
That's so much inspiration to our audience.
For me, let me tell you,
Yes.
I'm building a different thing in the field of network marketing industry. I'm not building a team of networkers.
Yes.
I'm building a family. I'm building a family of wealthy generation in the near future. And so, me leading these guys, we told ourselves, it's time to live large. We're going to go for that good life. It is not meant for only a certain category of people. And in my team is meant up of guys, 90% of them come from humble backgrounds.
90%.
90%.
Yes.
10% are those guys who joined. Of course, they are, so 90% come from very humble background. So the only thing I have to do with them is to show them, when you have someone who's come from a very humble background, how good life tastes. When the starter statement always be, when you taste success, you always want more.
You become addicted.
You become addicted. So actually,
the moment you just taste
a little bit,
that's it.
You always want more.
Yes. You say that 90%
are coming from
of the people in your business are from humble backgrounds.
So you realize one thing.
Yes.
Is that they don't really know how it feels to be successful.
They have not experienced
good things.
This side of life.
Yes. So what I did, I told myself was, I'm going to build a family. Number one, I'll travel with these guys. I'll let them get exposed to what is happening outside there. Number two, I'll have a staycation in a very good neighborhood with these guys. I'll let them see the good homes, the good houses, the good lives.
That's crazy.
Like that when
that's very powerful.
So someone should know exactly what they're working for.
There are people who are living
large. And there are people you can, And I even, when I go with them and I travel with them, I even get the owners of the properties and talk to them, I remember I went to a place. I went to a place in Vasha Homes. The lady, the name is not just coming in clearly. The lady was 28 years of age, owning homes. So I sat with them, with the team, and the lady says, I started by selling this, doing this, but when my mindset changed, everything, and even naive. So I don't travel with these people with the purpose of only enjoyment alone, but also to expose, to open their minds. And now today, I'll say the organization I'm building right now is an organization of change mentality. People who now are so much aggressive to working for what they want, but they also know that it's not easy.
It's not easy.
They must work smart, they must work hard, they must read books, they must use the system that the entrepreneurship, the company is giving them to actually multiply their starting capital that they used to invest in. And that's exactly what I'm building. And they are doing well. I'm so much happy. Not everything. Now, I think right now I have like 8 offices in the streets of Nairobi. Teaching the concept of entrepreneurship.
Hey, Collins, you are doing a serious business.
Yes. As I was coming here, ili niingie tu hapa ndani. Imekuwa shida because they're like the CEO is around,
Yes. Let me ask.
Yes.
I have seen you travel.
Yes.
Were you in Dubai?
Yes.
Recently?
Yes.
I saw you.
Yes.
Is it the motivation of your dress code today?
Actually, when I went there, I told myself, I realized these guys are in Dubai. The cars they are driving. You were there, of course. You're there. So what happened? The cars they are driving, and I asked myself one question: what makes these guys to live this large and drive these cars and everything? I was not seeing anything different between me and those guys. The only thing that was different was the dress code. So I told myself, I want to get this dress code. I want to dress like them because
I'll get their money. I'll start with what I can have right now. That's the dress code.
So once I put on the dress code, I'm like, now I'm feeling like I'm in Dubai now.
I love it. One thing I actually got as an experience.
Yes.
For the number of times I've been to Dubai.
Yes.
People in Dubai have money.
True.
You leave this country as a rich man, you get to Dubai. You are humble.
You're very humble. Yeah.
So I love the idea of you taking it to your champions and giving them that exposure. That's very powerful.
Thank you.
as a matter of inspiration, this is the same Collins OWAGA who has given us a story of how he landed in Nairobi with no money for residential, you know, and it was quite tough. And this is now the Collins OWAGA traveling, you know, living the life. I know you probably have done other achievements.
Yes.
Are you open to share with the audience?
Sure.
Okay.
I think I have like quite some few pieces of land.
Oh, great, man.
That is within Kisumu,
Yes.
these environs. You know, my mom is driving.
Oh,
Yes.
I remember.
Yes.
I almost forgot. Guys, I have that photo with me, and
Yes.
I know Collins is also going to
Yes,
share with
yes.
me. I still remember when you went to purchase that
Yes.
machine for your mom. Can you tell us about it, please?
You know, we left.
But that's very powerful.
You know, let me tell you one thing. What I always say that when you taste success, you always want more of it. I remember when I was buying my first car,
Yes.
that lady was like, unachukua milioni mingi hivi unaweka kwa barabara. The mind poverty mentality.
Yes.
You know, when I don't blame her because that's the life we've lived. You know, when the poor people always think that enjoying life is wasting money.
Wastage,
so they're like, you're wasting money. I told her, Mom, these things you must
don't
feel them.
understand.
So when I got that car, it opened doors for other great things. When I went to Kisumu with it, nikampeleka, you know, harusi, nikampeleka to wane watu wake wa chama. When I arrived, then she was like, this is my son. And they're like, we, akuna hii gari, ni yake. You know, nampeleka, and then she's landing, you know, my mom.
Must have been very proud.
So the thing akaniambia, hata mimi basi nataka gari. You know, so I remember when it was in 2023 last year, July. I told her, Mom, we are going to get a car. And akaniambia hata mimi sijui kuendesha. Nikamwambia we are going to get a car. And my dad was in the village. I told Dad, come. So we traveled together, me, my dad, and my stepbrother. So we traveled to the coastal region. I took them a nice Airbnb, you know. They're like, you know, from the village, you know. They're like, yeah, you know, Dad is now seeing a hot tub pale. And I'm like, inafanywa hivi, you know. Out shower and all that, you know. So my dad is there, and the next day start tunaenda kutafuta gari na wao. You know, I felt so good when I'm walking with my parents in the streets of Mombasa, you know. And then, you know, they still have the mentality of, si tuchukue tu gari ingine kadogo ile na long last nini. They wanted a Vitz, you know. So I'm like, no, we are not going to do Vitz. We will do a bigger one. And they took them the latest Mazda here, diesel.
Yes.
Nikamwambia, this is the car that you're going to drive home. You know, when they were signing the documents, I felt so good.
Can you take me through the time you are now taking this machine to your mom?
We were with them in Mombasa. So I bought the car. Wao niliwaambia wao waningoje Mamangina drive.
Pale.
So I gave Mamangina drive. Nikamwambia mimi waniwacheni nione kama nitanunua gari ama sitanunua. So they went with my relative to Mamangina drive, and then shortly new number plate KD, you know, ile
I still remember. It's very fresh in my mind.
New car is coming.
Yes.
And my relative is the one who saw me inside the car. Kanambia, hey, nasi ndio ule Collins. And my mom was like, that lady cried instantly. Today, as I speak with you, that lady has a very nice home in the village.
Oh my God.
You know, and I'm starting my project. In fact, I just have the drawing of building another one for myself. You know, it's a modern house coming soon.
Wow.
You know, June nitaeka pale swimming pool. Nitaeka ili, you know, ili flat roof. Yes. June nitaeka swimming pool, niweke placing. The one my mentor CK Maina is actually having.
Yes.
And that is exactly what I want to do. And after that, I also make them a nice compound. I realized that it was not only for me. This business has changed everything for me. Then I'm living in a very nice leafy suburbs, living a good life, you know. Everything is actually changed 100%. And I thank God for it. I will thank God.
We are very inspired. Actually, myself, I'm also very, very inspired by this conversation. Now, so there's someone who is here,
Yes.
and they are 50-50 about this network marketing. You know, they have probably had it with you today, and they don't know. What is that message that you could have to this person who probably have seen, you know, they are seeing it from you?
I'll say, you know, when you, let me get it back. When you came,
Yes.
2022, when we met,
Yes.
I told you I was nearly knocking almost 600,000.
Yes.
Do you know that from 2022
Yes.
until today as we speak, my current total earning of just one of my first accounts is knocking over 10 million.
It's call it. No. Please, take 2. We need take 2. I'm curious. Since you joined, you have done only one company, right?
Yes.
One company.
One.
And as we speak right now, the total commissions that you have been paid is over 10 million shillings.
In less than 3 years now again.
In less than 3 years.
In fact, 2 years.
In less than 3 years, you have already done over 10 million shillings.
Yes.
Hey, man, good job, man. Congratulations.
What
do you tell to someone who's 50-50?
The advice I'll give to the people, maybe let's say, who are getting this clip, or maybe let's say to my fellow Kenyans, is that I love my country so much.
Yes.
And I really wanted to bring something new. Most people don't understand the difference between a pyramid scheme, a pyramid structure, online marketing, Ponzi scheme, and network marketing, multi-level marketing, and direct selling. Every person who hears, in fact, every person who hears the word direct selling, multi-level marketing, or marketing and marketing, they run and shout with their loudest voices, it's a scam. It's a scam. If there is a scam, then there is something that is original. If there is a duplicate copy of my specs, then there is an original one. Kama kuna chinku,
kuna origi. Kweli.
So I'll advise.
That is very deep.
I'll give an advice.
Yes.
Before you shout, or before you hear someone, or before usikize opinion ya mtu, do your due diligence.
Yes.
Do your due diligence.
Do your homework.
Because I want to put myself in the same situation.
Yes.
I had the concept. Do you know, leader, if I would have had the training before starting my business, I would not have joined. Why? Because I would have had a lot of people giving me their mindset and everything. Assuming right now I tell you today, I want to go and open a restaurant. What will you tell me? You will eat in the restaurant alone. It's risky. So many guys have it. You saw the other one that collapsed, You will struggle.
Yes.
But if I come to you and tell you, have a restaurant, what will you tell me? Well, wow, where is it? Let's go and have. So I'll advise someone.
Yes.
Go risk it all. Go make mistakes.
Accept to learn.
Safe is the new risky.
I love
this. In fact, if you play it safe, it is much more riskier than risking it all. We risk every single day with the air we breathe, with where we are. Who knows? God forbid, even where we are right now, who knows what can happen the next day. But at the end of the day, we risk every single day. Go risk it. But as you risk, also look at the risk and particularly partner with God. The network marketing industry is one of the industries that has been able to produce so many multi-millionaires, not even multi-millionaires, multi-billionaires. Look at the great leaders we admire, people like Tony Robbins, people like Dean Graziosi, people like Eric Worre, our great names, great leaders, great names. And these guys, today Eric Worre is even having his own, ndege yake pale, his own jet and everything. Yes. It just starts with a mere dream. And if you dream it, if it comes to your mind and it comes to your heart that you can do it, go do it. Start while you're afraid. Start while you don't know how to do it. Start while it is difficult. Just start along the way. There is someone who is coming to help you. But as I always say, is that everything has a pyramid structure anyway. Everything has a pyramid structure. Look at, for example, in our school system, this is the principle. You have 2 deputies, academics, sports. Come down to even the teachers until workers. Everything has a pyramid structure. Even that's the same structure in the network marketing.
Even the government.
Even the government with the president, deputy, ministers.
Assistant, the PSS are increasing.
Same thing.
And we have the common mwananchi.
Even in the job that you're doing right now, that job, see, we have a boss, then we have the departmental heads and
some managers.
Everything has a pyramid.
As we are increasing, the number is increasing. Yes.
Everything has a pyramid structure. But the beauty about network marketing, yes, it has a pyramid structure just like anything, McDonald's, everything. Here, you can come and start from the bottom. But tomorrow, be at the top. You understand? So most people don't understand that pyramid structures are not necessarily pyramid schemes. And secondly, they don't understand what network marketing entails. But the only thing again that I'll tell them to do is that let's not think that network marketing is a hot air let's say, get rich quick scheme or a hot air program. You know, I do.
Because I think that's the mentality with most of the young guys.
They think I'm selling hot air or something.
Yes.
I do a business. I have my products with
Yes,
me. I have my services.
Yes.
I come and share with you my opportunity. You either choose to either go for my products or go for my opportunity. I do a legit business in town. But most people, they also have the instant gratification mentality. So they join a network marketing company or a network marketing company that is legit, but they're not willing to go through the process.
They want to jump.
They want to jump. So it's like
they want to become Collins OWAGA overnight.
Unaingia nursery school nitakusome kesho. You know? So when I join a network marketing company today, then if the network marketing company does not pay him tomorrow, he will say this is a scam. You know? So that kind of instant gratification mentality makes people look at network marketing as one of the hot air shoddy deals, you know, or one of the get rich quick scheme outside here. It is not. I'll say for a fact. To any person who is watching me here, I'll tell them, anytime a network marketing industry approaches you, here are the things that you need to look at. Number one, what are the products? If there is no
things
products,
to look at. Number one, product.
If there are no products, run away. Number two, where are the offices? Where can I come and look at the opportunity, or if I have anything, where are the offices? Is it registered by the government? Does it follow the procedures of the government? You know, what exactly or what services do you offer? So most people, you know, they are not even...
So number one, the products. Number two, registered with the government.
Legitimacy, yes.
Number three,
the physical office. Yes, and what are the services in regards or that is involved in the business at large? If you realize that it does not have four things that you need, or that maybe let's say it can be need, or let's say it offers, run away. So our people have been exposed. The people who take advantage of our people, they come here with hot deals, and the only thing they tell you is, say, join today. Tomorrow you're going to become
they draw money,
or you start encashing so much amount of money. It doesn't work that way. So someone has been conned elsewhere in a certain scheme, and they comes, they come and look at network marketing and say, this is just like all these things. And also give an advice to my fellow networkers. Maybe let's say who might be watching this clip. We also have greedy networkers who present. You know, it's the networkers. Yes. The network marketing industry does not present itself.
Yes.
Haina mdomo.
Of course.
Ni kampuni.
Yes.
Mimi na present kampuni.
Ni wewe ndio una represent.
So you might get involved with a greedy networker or a networker that is not so much professional in his industry at a overinflate. So we might not even blame this person joining. We might also blame this person presenting the opportunity.
Getting the wrong information.
So unapata overinflate. Amekwambia, this is what you join, and once you join the business, there is nothing you're going to do. Tomorrow,
going to sleep and money.
So this person will do exactly what he was told. See, he will pay. He will go and sleep. The next day is not in cashing money. I think it's high time for those maybe who are told the same thing to forget all those, you know, things that were drums in their heads, and just know that, hey man, let's get to work. Let's build a professional business. Let's have a mentality of helping our dear Kenyans. Let's build at large. Network marketing industry works, but it requires a lot of research, a lot of study. I've studied this industry from the year 1930s as it was established from California. Amway.
The first company.
Yes. I've studied it.
It is shocking.
Yes, sir.
That there are companies that are over 100 years.
Very true.
And people don't know.
Yes.
The thing that is true is that here in Kenya, this concept is very new. Very new. Because we probably are some of the pioneers of this this concept.
Very true.
And that is why it is actually already being accepted in other economies, in the US, in the UK, because they have done it for years. And we also understand it is not going to be easy, you know. But for those who are going to pioneer with us and believe in this vision, network marketing is the biggest.
In fact, we say it is not easy. It is better.
Like that.
It is better.
It is not easy, but it is better.
In fact, we're not selling magic beans, but it is better. Because I want to ask a simple question. Assuming right now, for example, I got a job that I was being paid, for example, 100,000 or 50,000 per month, maybe monthly. How long will it even take me to even drive and fuel that BMW I'm driving right now?
Man.
I've taken 6 good years.
Yes.
And the amount of things or the things I've been able to do in this industry are so much overwhelming.
Of course, you cannot
network marketing,
compare to someone who is in a job.
Network marketing compresses your time. If you want to take the 50 years that ungechukua kwa job before you retire, you get your paycheck, you go and rest, you can compress that 50 years into how many years? 5 years. The work that you're going to do in 50 years, network marketing gives you a system that you can compress 50 years into how many years? 5 years. So most people don't know that network marketing, the only thing it does, it compresses the time by giving you what?
That's
a system.
That is the magic.
That's the magic. Once you have a legit system,
yes, you're good to go.
You're good to go because you can do it anywhere, anytime.
I love this. I love this. Collins.
Yes, sir.
Maybe as we are finishing up.
Yes, sir.
Probably, you can give us a closing remark. Okay. And yes. I also wanted your social media.
Yeah.
You see,
yes,
there's someone who is very inspired by your story. You know, someone who probably has been following since we started up to now.
Yes.
And very inspired. And they want to know what is Collins OWAGA special mentorship program about. Because, well, the good things that I've heard about you is that you are very good in your mentorship. I don't know what is it that you're offering different. So someone who may be curious to look for you. So I'll request you to give us your social media platforms and also tell us what is that special thing about Collins as we are finishing up.
Okay, so I'm Collins OWAGA.
Yes.
On Facebook.
Yes. Oh, on Facebook Collins, just
Collins
like that.
OWAGA. Yes.
Okay.
Instagram, you're also going to get me at Collins Oduor.
Okay.
You'll get me as in TikTok. You'll get me as CEO Better.
CEO Better. Okay.
Once you just Google even Mastermind Collins OWAGA,
yes,
you're just going to get me on social media.
Okay.
And you are majorly on LinkedIn. I'm also Collins Oduor.
Okay.
Also, you can also get me on LinkedIn as Collins OWAGA. I'm not someone who is out there on social media, but if any person goes on my social media, they can also get
easily
access
easily. That's the point.
For me, I offer mentorship on entrepreneurship.
Yes.
Majorly. How can you start whatever you are doing from scratch and then make it something big?
Yes.
So I majorly teach on any concept. Let's say a person might be having an idea or something. Maybe let's say, for example, you want a home, you want to build a house. That is your vision. That is your mission.
A solution.
I give a solution, giving you the system that can actually make you get your dream home, get your dream car, get your dream life, travel the world.
So in short, what you're saying, the only thing you need is someone to come with whatever it is that they want.
Yes.
And you're going to give them a solution or a way through to get whatever it is that they want.
A roadmap.
Get whatever it is that they want in life. Man, that has been a great time.
Thank you so much.
And I'm very much honored to host you today.
And maybe just one word, Dikimalizia,
yes,
is that I always tell people
yes,
that if Collins can do it, anyone can do it. By the age of 17, I'd done like 4 jobs. And I thought that my life was actually ending or my life was not going. In fact, I was not happy with what I was getting. But the moment I got introduced to the network marketing industry in the year 2018 or 19th of January, let me be honest with you, it began and it was a new wave for Collins. And I'll tell someone, if you have a dream outside there, if you have something you're pursuing out there, do it, because no one is coming to do it for you. You gotta do it, put in the effort, put in the work, and tomorrow is gonna be great. Thank you so much.
Wow, guys, that's very, very powerful. That's mind blowing, man. Guys, I know you must have followed with me and you're very inspired, super charged up. So don't sit and wait. We usually say in every match, there is the spectator and there's the player. And guess who gets paid? It is definitely the player.
Yeah.
So I wish you guys nothing but the best. That has been our time. Watch out for the next episode. Adios, guys. Have a great time and see you at the very top. Thank you so much, Collins. Asante.